guys. Hey guys, welcome to my first video. So, I should probably tell you my name. My name is Julia, but I'm most commonly referred to as Jules. So, you can call me Jules. I'm 15 years old. I'm a girl. Gosh, I'm boring. I really like to read. I actually have the camera balanced on my bookshelf right now. I like to read. I just said that. I like to watch anime. I like to watch Supernatural, Sherlock Holmes. I like to read Sherlock Holmes too. I like to write, and I like to write. I like to take pictures. I'm not really great. Sorry, I have a cold. I'm not really great at talking when nobody's there. I mean, I know there's people like there, like hi, but like right now I'm talking to my camera. So I apologize for my awkwardness. My favorite color is blue-green. I'm a pretty good student, I guess. I'm pretty short. I'm about 5'2". This isn't my natural hair color. This at the top is my natural hair color. I have green eyes, obviously. I'm very pale. I wear about 5,000 different kind of bracelets too. A necklace, earrings. That's really all there is to say about me. So, this is the second part of the video now, I guess. This very, very short video that was supposed to be uploaded on Friday that I didn't get to upload, and then my camera deleted the video. So I'm recording it again. Anyway, my coming out was really boring, for lack of a better word. So in about the end of 7th grade maybe, I was really kind of introduced to the LGBT community by one of my friends who is actually on this channel. I had asked her and another friend if they were like straight or whatever, and I was told by one of them that they were bi, and the other one I was told was pansexual. And I didn't know what pansexuality was at that point. At that point, it was really just you were straight, you were bi, or you were gay. Like, that was all there was for me. So soon after hearing this term pansexual, finding out one of my friends was pansexual, I really started to feel like I might not be straight. And keep in mind, I hadn't told anybody about my feelings yet, about the feelings that I might not be straight. So this was all kind of like an internal battle. So I decided that I was going to adopt the label pansexual because I liked it. I could date anybody like that, and it was very convenient for me to use it at that point. I know convenient might not be the best word to use, but it really was just very convenient for me to use at that point because I was still figuring out what my sexuality was, but I knew I wasn't straight. So if I told people that I was pansexual, I could date boys, I could date girls, I could date non-binary people, and I could still figure out what my sexuality was. It was kind of like if straight was like a cage. This is the cage, and then when I found the term pansexual, the cage kind of opened a little bit so that I was free to go out and explore. Then about in 8th grade, one of my friends who I later ended up dating and breaking up with, and we're still good friends, but anyway, she told me that she was gay. And that was a new thing for me. I had never known anybody that was, like, I had never personally known anybody that was gay. I was very accepting, of course. I didn't say anything bad. I didn't think anything bad. I just was very glad that she had chosen to come out to me as one of the first few people that she came out to. So that was 8th grade, and 8th grade was a year ago, I think, maybe 2 years ago. So now we're heading into 9th grade. 9th grade is when I really started to come out as pansexual. I told all of my friends, and from before that point, I had only told maybe 3 people that I was pansexual. The person who introduced me to the term, the person who came out to me as gay, and another one of my friends. And so in 9th grade, I really came out as pansexual. I told my mom that I was pansexual, who in turn told my stepdad, and I was very accepted by them. My brother found out that I was pansexual, but that comes later. So about that time, I got my first girlfriend. And her name was Abby, and she lived in Scotland. And it was an online relationship, but it was the first serious relationship I've ever been in. And a lot of people didn't think that it could be a real relationship because I had never met her in person. But I really had feelings for this girl. She was my first actual crush, my first actual love. Like, I actually really loved her. We talked all the time. We Skyped all the time. I felt I was really pretty happy. At that time, I was going through a lot, so the happiness was only really revolved around my romantic tendencies. 9th grade wasn't a very good year for me. But anyway, so we dated for maybe 5 or 6 months before she broke up with me. And it wasn't a nice breakup. We just started talking again maybe 3 months ago. And so I was heartbroken. And so I didn't want to date girls anymore. I felt like that was it. That's the universe telling me that I shouldn't date girls. So I stopped coming out to people. I didn't take it back, but I really just stopped coming out to people. And then I was asked out not even way later than that. It was maybe a couple of weeks after that by one of my friends, who's a year younger than me. And I figured, yeah, you know what? It's only been a few weeks, and already this whole being single thing is not working for me. So, you know what? I really like this person. So I accepted. We went to her semi-formal dance at the end of her 8th grade year. And it was pretty good for the first couple weeks, maybe 2 weeks. We dated for about a month and a half, maybe 2 months. But I was very unhappy during the relationship, and I was told I looked very unhappy. So I eventually broke up with her. But, she was very accepting, and we're still very good friends, and she agreed that it was probably time to break up. So at that point, I had come out as pansexual to mainly everyone. And then towards the end of the school year, maybe the last 5 months of the school year, I stopped being afraid. See, I had really used the term pansexual because I was afraid to admit to myself and to other people that I didn't like boys the way that some of my other friends liked boys. I didn't want to date them. I didn't want to do anything with them besides be friends. And it scared me. Because going from thinking you're straight to having the facts that you're gay shoved in your face, you're a lesbian shoved in your face, is very scary. So I looked for something else. I looked for something else that I could use as a safety net. and pansexual happened to be that. But the last 5 months of the school year, I just decided to stop being afraid. And I started telling people that I was a lesbian, I was gay. And it felt so good. It's like I'm wearing, there was 2 masks on my face. The first one was the mask that I was straight, and I took that off. But I still needed a mask, so I had one under that said, I still like boys, but I also like girls. And so I finally took that mask off, and I could just breathe. I could be easy. I could rest. I could not rest in peace. I'm not dead. But I could be happy with myself and know that other people still loved me as I loved myself. In reality, my coming out to other people wasn't really that exciting. I posted on Facebook that I was dating Abby, and that's really how my family found out that I liked girls. And so really the only thing that was really shocking was me. Like, it was only shocking really for me the way that I went through this. It's just, I was afraid that I wouldn't be accepted for who I was because I liked girls. And really the only reason that I actually came out, that I actually faced the fact that I liked girls, was because of that one friend in 7th grade. It was like 3 years ago that introduced me to the term pansexual. And that's it. And now I'm who I am. The entire school, almost the entire school, knows that I'm gay. All my friends know I'm gay. My family members know that I'm gay. And it's like if you lived somewhere where you were so, cold, where you're so tightly condensed in with everybody that you couldn't move around freely. And then you finally buy a plane ticket and you're on this plane going to somewhere else, and it's a little less condensed, but it's still not as roomy. And then you finally get to like the countryside, and it's all free and open, and you can breathe and you can move, and it's just the most amazing feeling ever. And I used to be so afraid of coming out to people as a lesbian. I would say, listen, I have something to tell you. I really hope that you don't hate me. Please don't hate me. And I would say, well, I'm gay. I like girls, I don't like boys. And every single time I came out to somebody, the first few times, it was just an overwhelming amount of people saying that it didn't matter how I identified. And it just mattered that I trusted them enough to tell them. And so, yeah, that's my coming out. It was a struggle within to come out and accept that, but really on the outside, I posted to Facebook a couple times, and that's about it. So, to end on a happier note, because I think that whole thing was a little depressing, I just want to give you guys a tip. Like, if you're afraid to come out, or you're afraid to tell somebody something, then you don't need to do it. Like, if you're afraid to tell your family that you might like girls, or that you might be a girl, that you might be neither or both, or you might like all genders, you might like no genders, you might not want to have sex with anybody, you might not want to ever date anybody, then you just turn to your friends. Find somebody you know will accept you and tell them. And then find somebody else that you know will accept you and tell them, until you have a web of people there to support you if somebody else doesn't. Surround yourself with people who build you up, not people who tell you you're only allowed to be this tall. And another pro tip. Moisturize your face daily. Even if you have oily skin, moisturizing your face daily will not make it more oily. So, yeah, that's all for now. From Jules, who was supposed to post on Friday. Bye.